I've recently developed a theory that game devs are intentionally making their games as confusing as possible to the player. Why? I don't know, I still haven't figured that out. But hear me out for a second. When you have a certain direction, a route to your story that within 2 hours players can decide if that story is for them or not, you're sort of risking losing that player. But if you confuse them a little bit, maybe dump 10 NPC names and 15 locations, describe them as very important or massive deals, and hope to just keep them engaged or confused for them to get past the 2-hour mark, you've sold them. Not on a good game, but on Steam. Because on Steam you cannot refund the game if you've played it for 2 hours and 1 minute, or maybe it's just incompetence to write a good story, or rather tell one. Because to me at least, when a game info dumps its entire history right from the beginning, and when it introduces me to several characters that I don't give a shit about, I am instantly bored and ready to quit. But usually that's the point where they give me a cute anime companion, so maybe I'll stick around for a little bit. Anyways, let's compare a certified gaming gem to a typical modern game. And on the gem side, we have the undisputed, undefeated, a game that can only be described as fucking phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Ghost of Tsushima. I don't want to yell, it's really late. And on the opposite side, we have the dangerous, the furious, it's most modern games. Yeah. But for this example, I'll use the first Descendant. I unironically think Ghost of Tsushima should be studied in game developing schools and classes, especially its beginning. To me, it's the perfect way to start the story, without overwhelming the player and actually exciting them for what is to come. So let's go over it. It quickly explains who we are as a character and what our values are.
Tradition, courage, honor,
and what exactly we believe in, while showing us an epic battle and at the same time introducing us to our mentor. After that, it moves the narrative even further and introduces us to the main villain and what our aforementioned values mean to him. Ouch. And then the most important part, you are thrown in the battle. You're not shown the battle, you're not told the battle or seen a cinematic of the battle. You are there, a part of it. I also really like how they don't give you instructions, no tutorial on what buttons to press, unless you're really struggling. You are there, go figure it out, you know? And while that is happening, the story is developing around you. From the beginning, this is your story, you're part of it. No overcomplications and no history lessons on events that you don't give a shit about because simply you haven't been a part of them.
According to the investigative corps, the Ironheart is in the ruins.
According to the investigative corps, the Ironheart is in the what the shit? The amount of times this game shows me my character fighting through cinematics is actually more than me fighting. Well, at least for the first 20 minutes. But you know, you want actual gameplay in the first 20 minutes. Now, I don't want to sound like I hate the first Descendant. In fact, if you take out the beginning, I don't know shit about the game. I am just comparing to other games. But the other games are actually good. Take Space Marine, for example. At the beginning of it, do you think I know the name of the main character or what planet we're on? Fuck no. Let me kill some bugs and smash their heads into molecules. And after I've been hooked with gameplay, maybe I'll remember a name or two. And that's the idea, right? That's how you do it with games like Space Marine. This core gameplay is so fun that some dudes from Sweden made a whole game about it without any story. What was it? It was something about people who like to take vacations in Eastern Europe. Oh, that's right, Helldivers. I think you've heard of it. By the way, if you're Eastern European, don't take offense. I'm Bulgarian myself. The Sima Milvagenia too. You know, gotta represent. Oh, yeah! Anyways, back to Tsushima. I absolutely love the fact that you don't even realize you're doing a tutorial. You're not put in an arena and being told by some friendly AI what buttons do what. And even if you want to do that, I have 2 examples on how to do it right. Titanfall 2 gives you exactly that. A training ground to tell you that water is wet and that you shoot with the left mouse button. But also it has wall running. Fun. It also gives you a challenge to prove what you've learned. Also fun. It speaks to your competitive nature as it teaches you on how to play the game. And it shows you its incredible movement mechanics and awesome gunplay. What I mean is, it's not just shooting a target and then the game starts. But even that can be done well. You remember the game I told you about? Helldivers 2? Its tutorial in its core is the most boring shit, but they have sprinkled a little humor on top of that. And that's basically it. Humor. And the tutorial is this. Who would have guessed? Back to the first Defendant, that game made me watch the first fight against the super duper villain Why? Just let me shoot him a little bit, show me how much stronger he is and how unbeatable he is at that point in the game. And let me get wrecked. Otherwise, I'm just watching a movie about some loser losing fight after a fight and I don't care about him, since players connect with their characters through actual gameplay rather than cinematics. And contrast that with the first time you face off against Ghost of Tsushima's villain. It is integral to the story, it develops our characters even more, and it lets me know that beating Cotton Can's ass will be tougher than expected. Also, if you're wondering, you can't beat him, I googled it. All I'm saying is that your game has to be efficient with the player's time. You can definitely be doing multiple things while teaching me how to play the game. Letting me play through the integral parts of the story, like meeting the villain for the first time, is what creates lasting memories. Don't show me, don't tell me, let me experience it. As per my initial theory, I don't think devs are doing this on purpose to style the player and aim for the 2-hour mark on Steam. I just think there's too many cooks in the kitchen, maybe incompetence, who knows. But for now, there's still awesome games being made out there. So keep on playing and have a blast of a day. See ya.